Hey guys, welcome back to Life Up Education TV. I'm your host Natsune. In today's video, let's talk about burnout. So burnout is something that I get asked a lot in interviews, and here's what I think. So how can you overcome your burnout? The way I describe it is, don't try to overcome it. And here's what I mean. So I'm a very extreme personality. I have a very extreme personality. So either I'm like 0% in or I'm 120% in. Like if I decide like something, if I decided to pursue something, I'm 120%. I'm down, like I'm in. And that's kind of the personality I have. So the benefit of that, having that personality, is that I just get to the answer quicker than anyone else, because I work like extra hard than anyone else comparing to anyone else. What does that mean? It means that I work so hard once I'm dedicated to something that if I'm in a wrong track, I'll just find out that I'm in a wrong track faster. So my thing is, like, a lot of people worry ahead. What if you experience burnout? Therefore, you don't even stand on the first line, like you don't even try, right? In reality, what you can do instead is just go in 120% so that you can find out your answer quicker. If you actually like it or not. And if you're in the wrong track, you're just gonna go that much faster. So that's one way I encourage people. And then so the next one. Take a rest if you need to. Make it up to the natural force. Yes. And okay, so what do I think about this? Right, so I wanted to talk about that. I'm a very big believer of free competition, right? And free competition means that if there's a winner, there's a loser. There's a loser, there's a winner. It's not everybody participation medal. Like, it's not everybody's winner, but it's a competition. What does that mean? It means that people who deserve to succeed, people who deserve to win. What do they have that losers don't have? Perseverance, sickening work ethic, the desire. Winners who want more should win, like in a competition, because that's resourcefulness. Ones that want something the most always figures out how to get it, right? And if you don't have that edge, if you don't have that ambition, you shouldn't win. And actually, by winning the race you're not meant to win, you might even make yourself more miserable. So my thing is, like, don't worry about not wanting something. Like, don't worry about meeting the burnout, which means that you just need to take a rest. And then when you're not feeling it, like, I think it's more natural to just follow that you're not feeling it. You take a rest and then back to the game when you feel like it. Okay, the next one. Sleep, right? So burnout, sleep. I think this is a very important point. Like, I talk about hard work. I talk about produce, hard work, like work. But that's not to say that you shouldn't take a rest. You shouldn't sleep. You shouldn't do something else in life. Like, I mean, quite opposite. Okay, so the reason I tended to kick people's ass when they complain, that's what I'm kicking people's ass for, is when you are not working and you're complaining that the result's not here. That's when I have a problem with you, because I don't care whatever you do. I want you to be happy. That's all I want for you. But I think some people, the problem with those people is sometimes they don't do anything and they complain, right? But I have no problem with people who are completely happy doing nothing. I think that's amazing. You should be that way, right? So I never try to convince people who are already happy with their life to join me and work hard at it and then just burn themselves out in the name of their ambition, proving someone or whatever. I never promote that idea at all. I'm genuinely happy for you if you're happy, right? So people I do have problem with is people who want more thing in life, and all they do is just complaining and dwelling. Like, those are the people I give advice to. Anyway, so that being said, like, even then you can still have healthy amount of sleep, and it's more recommended. Like it doesn't mean that you can't sleep for like enough sleep, like 7 hours, like 8 hours. Like, actually you function better if you do sleep. So, you know, I just wanted to get it out there so that there's no confusion. And I'm not encouraging people to sleep less by any means, because sleep is important. Especially like burnout. Like, there's actually like study done that the sleep is an element that matters with, you know, psychological factor that creates burnout. So sleep, guys, sleep. Sleep enough. Okay, next, exercise, right? So you can't be depressed when you are moving. Like, can you be depressed when you're running? You can't. So that's another like tactic that I use whenever I feel stuck, whenever I feel like just like, you know, coming to this like point of frustration, I'm not getting things done. I just grab my shoes and I'll just go outside, just move my body, and instantly I feel a little bit better. So I recommend that. And then finally, I wanted to address some of the biohacks that you can do. And here are some, I can read it. I'm gonna list the article below if anyone's interested. But I did find this article talking about burnout, and they talk about like stuff you can eat. So basically, so they say minimize sugar and refined carbs. So those are two food that you can eliminate from your diet. And I wouldn't say as far as like eliminate, but maybe you can watch out, right? Like unneeded sugar, unneeded refined carbs. Reduce your high intake of foods that can adversely affect your mood, such as caffeine, unhealthy fats, and foods with chemical preservatives or hormones. So basically, don't take too much like processed fat, processed food, caffeine, unhealthy fats. So those things you might want to avoid, like fast food, you know. Eat more omega-3 fatty acids to give your mood a boost. That's nice. Avoid nicotine. Drink alcohol in moderation. So little bit about. So these were some of the tips that I found online. But let me ask you now, do you know any food? Do you know any exercise, like any strategies that you know of to fight against the burnout? Please feel free to share them on the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching until the end. This is the end of the video. So I will see you guys in the next video.